totally transformative to have music in my life during this pandemic. I have friends who are saying that they're bored, and I just can't even understand that. I have so many composition projects that I want to get to. I have so much music I want to study. I have so many classical pieces that I want to learn, that boredom is the furthest thing from my mind. For me, I have this backlog of music that I've written for my friends, and I just can't wait to hear what they actually do with it when we're out of the pandemic. So we've all had to kind of find our own meaning, because we're not able to do our normal things. But music has been that meaning for me, and I'm just so grateful to have it in my life. So by day, I'm a college professor. I teach classical piano, jazz piano, songwriting, improvisation, things like that at California's Fullerton College. By night, I'm a professional musician. I'm a professional jazz pianist. I perform as a solo pianist and with my chamber project, which is called the Housewarming Project.
If you're lonely, just tell yourself that you're not. When things are going good, boy, gin-filled drinks and flowing.
And I write a lot of music too. I'm fortunate to have some books published, both instructional books and repertoire books, and I get to write for some really amazing artists who perform my arrangement. Like recently, the opera singer Julia Bullock, who just won Musical America's Artist of the Year. I get to write a lot of arrangements for her and some other fantastic musicians.
Sometimes I wonder, sometimes I need to see the heather in the field.
I started when I was about 4 years old and quickly auditioned for what's called the Junior Special Advanced course and continued on with that for just as long as they would let me, till I was 16 or 17, and I participated every year in the Junior Original Concert, which is this program that Yamaha has in which they encourage students to write and perform their own works, and often give them the opportunity to perform with kind of amazing special guest professional musicians, to take these works from, the brain of a child or teenager and turn them into this amazing production. And I totally credit that as one of the reasons that I'm in music today. Those experiences with Junior Original Concert, or JOC, taking this little musical idea and watching it become this incredible piece with multiple musicians where I could make music with my friends and perform something original. I had so many opportunities through Junior Original Concert to perform in my regional concerts and then in national concerts, and then even twice to go to Japan and to perform in the international concerts. And that just gave me so much confidence to say, wow, I'm being singled out. I could really do this. And it also gave me a challenge to work up to say, wow, somebody's putting their faith in me to do this. I better really practice, and next year I better write a piece that's even more complex and even more sophisticated and even more ambitious. And those experiences just set up this pattern of challenging myself every year and feeling like people believed in me. As a college professor, I see students who have had various types of training, and for me there's always so much catch up to do, because as a Yamaha student I feel like I was speaking the language of music from a very young age. Yamaha starts students young, as young as 3.5. They start them with rhythm and with solfege and with singing and with ensemble work, and by the time that I got to be in high school or in college, music was just a language that I was fluent in. And for so many students, even those who have had really good training, even those who have worked and practiced really hard, they're always kind of speaking as a non-native speaker. They're always faking it a little bit. And I'm just so grateful that I was exposed at that early age with all of that great training. I have piano teachers, piano students tell me all the time, I didn't realize that improvising or composing is something that I'm allowed to do, much less encouraged to do. And in my Yamaha lessons, I think I wrote my first composition at age 6. And what a privilege to grow up being encouraged to compose. Honestly, I don't think that I would have followed the path of a musician unless creativity was a part of it, because I just have this kind of restless mind that likes to try different things. So the fact that I had that opportunity in lessons every week was just invaluable to my training as a musician. I start students in group classes. So instead of it being an isolating experience like it is for so many younger kids to study piano, in Yamaha there's this sense of community, and I still have friends from my Yamaha days who I'm in touch with and I'm following and sometimes even making music with. I got to kind of really get to know them, how they think, what kind of music they were listening to, and exchange ideas on this level that I never would have gotten to. I was told very young, I guess, that JOC, it doesn't stand for Junior Original Competition. It's Junior Original Concert. It's trying to put on the best concert that everybody can. So everybody's very supportive of one another, and not only do you get to know the students from around the country, but you get to know the teachers around the country who are also very supportive of one another and are always kind of encouraging you, giving you maybe advice that you didn't get from your own teacher, and just having these experiences that are really unforgettable. What's really cool about my career is that I always liked a little bit of everything. Like, I'm professionally a jazz pianist, but I love classical music. I enjoy, popular songs. I enjoy improvising. I enjoy composing. And what has kind of remained consistent from those early days of studying music is that I'm kind of doing all of it a little bit now. To me, it's all part of the same kind of sphere. If you really know what you're doing, if you really understand the language of music, then it doesn't really make any difference if you're playing something that's pre-composed, that you're improvising on the spot, that you're writing for somebody else. And that's, I think that's the thing that I couldn't have necessarily envisioned for myself, but looking back, it makes sense that I was kind of trained to do all of these different things, and I love doing them all. And I just feel really fortunate to have the opportunity to, to dip into all these different skill sets.
Drape it with smoke. If only my lover were more like a cake, my heart wouldn't mind all the beating.
Music for me is so amazing because on the one hand, it nourishes me. To be creative, to compose, to improvise just gives me so much energy. It gives me so much joy. But the beautiful thing is that music also can be a gift to others, right? To express yourself in a performance and have it really mean something to somebody else, to connect with somebody else's emotion. It's such a gift to be able to give to somebody else. So music is this beautiful thing that the more you give, the more you get, right? It's kind of this beautiful cycle when it's done right.
You can